Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. How you all are doing today? This is your friend Mohsin Sheikh. So a little bit about myself. I'm AWS and Microsoft Azure certified administrator. I've done AWS solution architect, AWS practitioner, as well as Microsoft certifications, and having around 15 plus years of experience in the IT domain with the various technologies like banking, BFSI, telecom, etc. So today we are going to see what is Amazon Redshift. So this is another relational database service. This is a database service basically from Amazon. So we are going to cover how it works, which are the features, its use cases, the instance type, and finally we'll also summarize which are the things we cover. So this is just a theoretical session, friend. Okay, so be with me. Let's get started. First of all, let's see what is an Amazon Redshift. Basically, Amazon Redshift is a fast, scalable, secure, and fully managed cloud data warehouse solution. So this is nothing but a data warehouse solution offered from the AWS. Okay, so using this Redshift service, we can make it makes our life very easy by using existing or standard SQL queries. We can use the standard SQL query or existing ETL, that is extract, transform, and load business intelligence and reporting tools, so to analyze the data. Okay, so this is the main thing about this is it's a data warehouse solution, so please note this. Okay, it's a petabyte, it's petabyte scale, so we can scale up to 16 petabytes of data on a cluster compared to Amazon RDS Aurora's maximum size of 128 terabyte. So Amazon Aurora is another AWS database service, so we will cover in the upcoming sessions. And the way, so here Redshift works, it's based on the cluster, so it will form a cluster like one node or two multi-node cluster, and it can scale up to 16 petabytes of data. So you can understand, like it gives us a huge capabilities to provide it as a data warehouse solution. And the way it differs from the other RDS like relational databases is its ability to handle analytic workload on big data datasets stored by a column oriented DBMS principle. So this is its main thing. So it operates based on a column oriented DBMS principle. So because of that, it makes it Redshift, it works in a parallel. It's called as MPP, that is massively parallel processing, and it also provides us the compression, and because of this it can perform the operation on billions of rows at once. So you can understand it's very fast, secure, and scalable solution offered by AWS. And it is normally, it's basically it's a OLAP, that is online analytic processing. So there are two things. One is online analytics processing, one is OLAP, and another is OLTP, like online transaction processing. Okay, so here it's being analytical thing, so it's called as OLAP, and it's based on PostgreSQL, which is a relational database, and it's based on its version 8.0.2. So this is overall about Amazon Redshift. Okay, it's a data warehouse solution. Now let's understand how it works. You can see here diagram, a pictorial diagram here. You can see, and to the left side you can see the data. So data can be it's transactional, or it can be anything. It can IoT, telemetry, or application log. And Redshift will be, it will process all this data. So whatever type of data, maybe it's structured or semi-structured data, it will use the SQL to analyze structured and semi-structured data across data warehouses, operational database, and data lakes. So these are also data lakes and operational databases. These are also some of the entities like you may not have heard, but these are related to data warehousing only. Okay, so you can see here, and to the right side it's inside. So whatever data it process, the Redshift as a data warehouse solution, we can see the inside, like analytics. We can use the analysis and visual data, delay or real-time predictive analytics, build data-driven applications. So all that can be happen as an output of Redshift. So it works with various AWS services, as it integrates with various AWS services with lots of applications like Facebook, Google, etc. So we will also cover that. So let's understand what are the features, like some of the key features of Amazon Redshift. So first feature we can cover it's a federated query. So in using this federated query, it helps us to query the live data across one or more Amazon Relational Database Service (RDS), Amazon PostgreSQL or RDS MySQL or Aurora MySQL database to get instant visibility into full database operation without requiring data movement. So in this case, there is no data movement is required, and using the SQL, it's basically it uses the structured query language SQL to analyze the data and get the instant visibility to to get the full business operations without requiring the data movement. So that is the main thing here, and as we covered in the previous page, it's massively parallel data processing for high performance. So massively parallel data processing functionality provides us to work on a very high performance level, because the data sets it operates like on the huge level, so that it gives us a benefit. Another key feature is the data sharing. Okay, so using this data sharing, it enables instant, granular and fast data access across Redshift cluster without the need to copy or move it. We don't need to move or copy data, we can share it, and we can share it securely with the Redshift cluster in the same or different AWS account or cross region. It's not that about it's restricted to only one AWS account on one region. We can share it across the AWS account or across regions as well. This is another feature. Then we have another feature, which is AWS Data Exchange for Amazon Redshift. So what is the use of this feature is, we can it helps to query Amazon Redshift datasets from Redshift cluster without ETL, that is extracting, transforming and loading the data. So this this AWS Data Exchange gives us this benefit. Talking about some more features you can see on this page are streaming ingestion, AWS service integration, partner console, auto copy from Amazon S3. So I have not covered all features. These are some of the features only that I thought which are important. So the streaming ingestion is something, but it enables like SQL, that is structured query language, to connect to and directly ingest data from Amazon Kinesis data streams and Amazon managed streaming for Apache Kafka. So yeah, again these services like Amazon Kinesis data streams and Amazon Apache Kafka, so these are some of the services we have not covered so far, but for now you can just understand these are some of the analytical tools only, so that they perform to helps to analyze the data. Okay, AWS service integration, using this we can integrate with different services. You can see like using AWS Redshift is we can integrate with different services. So here the service like AWS Lake Formation is another service. It makes easy to set up a secure data lake in days. AWS Glue is another service which can help to extract, transform and load ETL data into Amazon Redshift. Then partner console integration, as we just covered, so it helps to integrate or with the other applications like Salesforce, Google Analytics, Facebook, etc. Then auto copy from Amazon S3. This is also very important feature. So using this feature, how it works is, whenever data is ingested into AWS Amazon S3, like we have covered earlier, S3 is nothing but simple storage subject, that is object storage. Whenever a data has been landed into specified S3 folders, so ingestion process it automatically triggers based on the user defined configuration, and it supports like various data formats like JSON, Parquet, etc. Coming back to one more feature, which is about pricing. So this is most cost effective data harvest solution. We can just start with $0.25 per hour, and we can scale out for just $1,000 per terabyte per year. So these are some of the features of that, and it also offers to provide us we can go with the on-demand pricing with no upfront cost, or if we want we can also reserve the capacity. So reservation will save us up to 75% of commitment for 1 to 3 years of term. So these are the things. Here I have attached an AWS calculator, so we can get the cost estimation for the same. Okay. Now let's understand about the instance types of Amazon Redshift. Basically, the instance types, there are three instance types to optimize Amazon Redshift for data warehousing needs, and these are mainly RA3 nodes, dense compute nodes, and dense storage nodes, and these are categorized based on our requirement. RA3 nodes, it allows to scale storage independently of compute, so it's not needed to, our compute needs to be scaled, but we can independently do the storage scaling. This is a high performance data warehouse that stores data in a separate storage layer. This is the main thing about RA3 nodes. Coming back to dense compute, that is DC nodes, this allows to create very high performance data warehouses using fast CPUs, large amounts of RAM, and solid state SSD drives. This is best choice for the if the data is less than 500, then we can go with the dense compute. And there's one more, that is dense storage, DS2 nodes. This enables to create large data warehouses using HDD. So in the dense compute it was SSD, but in case of dense storage it is the hard disk drive, because this offers a low price point. For up to 3 years of reserved instances we can go with this one. And DS3, that is dense storage compute nodes, can migrate their workloads to RA3 clusters and get up to twice the performance and more storage for the same cost as the DS2. Okay, so this is the main thing. And the important thing to note about the instance type is the scaling the cluster or switching between these nodes type. It requires just a single API call or just few clicks in the AWS management console. Using that we can achieve that. Now let's see what are the different use cases. So to talk about some of the common use cases that where Amazon Redshift is mainly used is, first of all, as its name suggests, already we covered, it's a enterprise data warehouse. We can use it as a data analytics as a service for fresh forecast, machine learning based predictions, production data for dev environment, and streaming data analytics. So these are the some of the use cases where Amazon Redshift is used vastly. So let's summarize the things that we covered in today's topic. First of all, we covered what is Amazon Redshift. So Amazon Redshift is nothing but it is a fast, scalable, secure, and fully managed cloud data warehouse solution that is offered by AWS. It is OLAP, that is online analytic processing, and it's column oriented databases. And as we discussed, it is based on PostgreSQL, which is Amazon RDS relational database service, and it's based on PostgreSQL version 8.0.2. It uses MPP, that is massively parallel processing and compression. So because of that, it takes very less execution time, and it operates it performs the operation on billions of rows at once. It's very fast. Okay. It uses SQL to analyze structured and semi-structured both type of data across data warehouses, operational databases, data lakes, etc. We also covered about some of the key features, which are federated query, like we can use SQL to query the live data without data movement, data sharing, as we discussed, like data can be shared across AWS account and across regions, AWS data exchange with Redshift, streaming ingestion, auto copy for AWS S3, etc. So we discussed like when your data is ingested to AWS S3 folder, it automatically gets ingested to Redshift, and we don't need to do any manual intervention in that case. So it's automation that we can leverage in that case. Then we discuss about the types, the main instance types to optimize the Amazon Redshift, which are RA3 nodes, dense compute nodes, and dense storage nodes. So we discussed like RA3 is basically for high performance. This is high performance node. Dense compute, here we are using, when the data is less than 500, we can go with the dense compute. It uses SSDs and it's very fast. And dense storage, you can see it's low cost solution, and it uses hard disk drives instead of storage SSDs in case of dense storage nodes. And if we need to switch between the cluster instance type, then that can be done using a single API call, or otherwise we can also do it from the AWS management console using a few clicks that we can achieve. Then we also discuss about the common use cases that where the Redshift is basically used. It's in the mainly used in the as an enterprise data warehouse, streaming data analytics, ML based prediction. These are some of the use cases. Then about pricing, that we can start, it's very cost effective. We can start small for just $0.25 per hour with no commitments. We can also do the reservation for 1 to 3 years, and the scaling out is possible with just 1000 USD per TBs per year. So this pricing includes built-in security, data compression, backup storage, and data transfer. So these are the main factors which decide what will be the pricing. And there's AWS pricing calculator for Redshift that I had included in the previous slides. I will also share in the comment section so that you can go out and check it out to get the cost estimation based on the region where you are going to use this service. So friends, that's it for today. This was just an overview of Amazon Redshift. This is a data warehouse solution offered by AWS, and we also discussed like it's cost effective, fast, petabyte scale data warehouse solution, mainly used for analytics and other things. So we'll try to see a demonstration in the upcoming session if possible. So I would appreciate if you could like, share, comment and subscribe. If you have any queries, just feel free to write in the comment section. I will be very happy to assist you with the queries. And yeah, that's it for today friends. I hope you enjoyed the session, and thank you. Take care. Bye bye.